right, guys, can y'all hear us?
Oh, yep, can hear you good.
Perfect. All right, Coach, go ahead and get started.
All right, I think, I just want to say how thankful we are and grateful we are for the people that showed up today. I think that was the 14th largest crowd in the history of the university. So special day out there, certainly to be an 11 a.m. kick for people to make an effort. Certainly thankful for our administration and leadership at the university and the athletic department for really working hard to get people there. And it was special in there today. Couldn't ask for, we were really blessed with best weather, best football weather out there today. So, a lot of things, we accomplished a lot of things today, certainly winning 7 in a row, winning against a Sun Belt West opponent. First shutout in I don't know how long, probably a decade. Patrick Toney, the defensive staff and defensive players were lights out today. Anytime you shut out another team, you're playing exceptional defense. We got takeaways. We played well on conversion downs. Overall, just really good team defense. Levi Lewis breaks the passing touchdown record. And the homecoming king scores a touchdown on the last offensive possession of the game. So special day. We talked about making a memory. And certainly, I think the players and the staff did a terrific job. Our staff was lights out, good plan, great leadership amongst the players. They were in the right frame of mind. And, our big thing was we wanted to represent. And I think we did that today. So what questions do we have?
You mentioned Levi just now, but to be able to break the record in front of this crowd for homecoming, maybe how much more special did it make that moment?
Yeah, that's going to be it's a significant memory. They've been playing football around here for a long time, and that guy, he's a heck of a football player. To me, it's not necessarily about the passing touchdowns. To me, it's about the young man is a product of his work, right? He is relentless. That wasn't given. He's reaped what he sowed. He works 24/7, 365 to do his job as best as he can for his team. We gave him a game ball in the locker room, and he told the team that he plays for them. We had a phrase that we used in the team meeting, I am because we are, right? And I think football, and I would hope that our team, Levi Lewis is a microcosm of our team, right? He is because we are, and the thing, I'm just so impressed with him as a human being, as a person. He continues to set the standard of how you do your business. Special memory today, and we got a lot of ball left to play.
Do you feel like he's gotten even sharper as time has progressed this season? And if so, is there anything in particular that's contributed to that?
Well, I think I thought he was really sharp today. He's got a good group of skill players around him. We've had balance on offense. We've stayed ahead of the sticks. And I think that we're settling in at receiver, at tight end, at running back, and certainly up front. So, I think a lot of times the quarterback gets a lot of the blame, but reality is to be a good quarterback, you have to get good play at all the positions around you. So, he's the alpha, he's the leader, he sets the tone. And certainly with the way he prepares, the way he practices, just his presence makes us better.
Coach, on the Wisham thing that you referred to, was that a goal at the begin when that drive began, or at what point were you saying, man, if we could get that, that would be a perfect way to go?
Well, we just, after we got the 4th down and 5, and he's in there, nobody said anything to me. I just noticed that 23's in there running the ball, and then I'm thinking, okay, this could be a pretty awesome deal here. So we fed it to him, and ultimately ended up going for it there. I told Spab after the game, what was going on there and why that was significant. But we're talking about a guy who's a former walk-on, earned a scholarship here, a member of our what we call the heartbeat. Right, we've had 31 walk-ons that have earned scholarships here in 4 years. He was one of the originals and has been an absolute class act in everything the guy does. Right, I mean, somebody talked him into submitting an application. Right, the one of the student organizations that he's a member of, they talked him in. They said, hey, look, we need to submit somebody. Why don't you do that for us? And he's like, okay, all right, I'll do it. And then he starts going through these interviews, and he goes through round 1. He makes it. He goes through round 2. He makes it. Next thing you know, the guy is crowned the homecoming king. But no surprise to me. I mean, if you interviewed that guy, you'd hire him. Okay. I mean, he's exceptional, and really unique day for him to do that. I mean, that's like movie material. So pretty special day.
Lost in 45 points, might have been 2 fumble recoveries, and maybe even more importantly, the partial block on that field goal that I think led to a score on the other end. Those things, how big were those?
Yeah, I mean, we got some short fields. Able to capitalize on some takeaways. Without a doubt, we got 4th down stop. I mean, we not only do we block the kick, but everybody's standing around, and Lorenzo McCaskill said, heck, I'm going to scoop this thing up and try to run with it. And he looked pretty good doing it. So, we played good team ball today. When you shut the other team out, you can't say enough about that, right? Can't say enough about it. Especially the in-game adjustments that were required because they played a different quarterback and really played with a different approach, running the quarterback more often. So Patrick, Tony, and the defensive staff were outstanding, and certainly got to compliment the players for executing the plan.
Since you just brought that up, we had talked during the week how you expected a running quarterback, but you were thinking more on, as you put it, unannounced. This was more of a plan because with Vitt in there. So how did that change things?
Well, it's significantly different types of runs, right? I mean, this is it was a completely different offense today. I mean, heck, it was quarterback draw, it was quarterback power, it was read plays. This is, more like they played a few years ago, So I think they probably, if I'm assessing it right, felt like the other kid turned the ball over too much here as of late, and they needed to go in a different direction. So it was unexpected on our end, but I thought our guys did a good job of adjusting.
Coach, to get 3 field goals for Snyder, how huge? I mean, I know you wanted to score touchdowns probably, but looking down the road, it's probably more significant in a 45-0 game to have him get that confidence. Yeah,
and the fact that he missed the first one, right? So for him not only to miss the first one and then have the mental toughness and the poise to continue to play and make the most of the next opportunities. And he kicked the ball well on the kickoffs today too. That's his best he's kicked. So, we kind of went back to the drawing board, reevaluated everything. Very thankful for a handful of friends there that have helped us. We've changed some things fundamentally with him. We've, changed his typical weak in terms of how he prepares for the game, when we kick him and all those types of things. So he's done a good job of taking that and certainly, I think, developed some confidence today. So we're going to need him going forward, and I think today was a step in the right direction for sure.
Coach, you threw to the tight ends a lot today. Was that just how it planned out, or was that a plan from during the week? And you also got a touchdown pass to the running back, I noticed.
Yeah, no, we felt like we could get on the edge a little bit with the tight ends, the keeper game. I just really been disappointed with that part of our team this year, and I felt like we needed to get back to doing that. That's one of the things that number one does well. And then, we had a few, they played a lot of man-to-man coverage, in particular down in the red zone, goal line area. So we had designed some, misdirection plays with a running back. It's tough to track the running back in man. We've run those plays in the past. It just happened to be a day where that was the best concept to run. So, our guys are very capable at back. And they catch the ball well. There's no limitations there. And certainly our tight end group, did a nice job. We missed another touchdown. We had Hunter Bergeron there down the seam, and we overthrew him a little bit. So, it was good day at the office. And I'm just thankful for our staff and the job that they did. We're halfway today. We're going into the game. We were halfway through here, 7 games in, hopeful to play 7 more, 6 now. And, starting this week, we're in November, and we all understand that, championships are won in November. So we're looking forward to this quick 5-day turnaround and get back out there for our next opportunity.
But you guys are now 14-0 when scoring more than 40 points. Just how important is it for the offense to not only be clicking, but to be clicking at this point in the season to try to peak?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I mentioned before, offensively, I am because we are, right? It's we, not me. Relative to our team, right? We fed off the defense today. We fed off the kicking game. We made big plays on special teams, the block, field goal. We tackled them inside the 20 a number of times. There's a lot of good out there today. So, I think offensively, we're very capable. If we can have that type of balance, we can be dangerous.
Coach, how important was it, considering you have a game Thursday and you're shorthanded on your primary running backs, that your 2 main backs only had 19 carries? Did that play into some of the getting 32 passes and, maybe throwing the ball a little bit more than you would have normally in a 45-9 game?
Yeah, I felt like the way they were playing us, that we needed to throw it. They did a nice job now disrupting the running game early in the game. They did some different things, some pressures. They stemmed the front, moved the front around a little bit. So we needed to throw it. They were giving us that, right? I think part of coaching is you just got to take what the other team is giving you, right? Don't be, I think sometimes I can get a little stubborn, but I think that's where you start is, right, okay, what are they giving us? Let's take that and then, kind of go from there. And I felt like we needed to throw it. So, I do think it's good that Chris and Montreal got out of there healthy. It was great that Terrence got some experience. We had some other players that played today for the first time in significant time. Nathan Thomas played today up front at left tackle, did a nice job. We had a number of other players that got an opportunity to play. So we do, like you mentioned, I think winning and being able to play the backups a little bit in the fourth quarter, that's going to benefit us on a 5-day turnaround.
Anything else? All right.
All right, guys. Thank y'all. Let's go enjoy the rest of this day here.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. We'll have our student athletes up shortly. All right, y'all. Go ahead and take questions for Taylor Humphrey.
Hey, Taylor, how's it going?
Oh, it's going good.
Hey, man, so you guys pitched a shutout as a program for the first time since 2012. To be able to dominate like that on defense, just evaluate the performance from it.
I feel like it all started from the first play of the game with the turnover, and our intensity never let up, and we just kept on going. We had a good plan coming in. We was confident. We went out there and executed our ass off.
So Taylor, talk about the difference, because y'all kind of thought y'all would be facing a quarterback that could run, but not necessarily a running quarterback with a lot of draws and things like that. How did that change things for y'all?
Honestly, not a lot, because we were expecting quarterback draw, but just not from that quarterback all week. So it surprised us at first, but then we made the adjustments on the sideline and got right.
Talk about the blocked field goal and what went into that.
Honestly, just preparation, because we practice that every day. I can't even tell you how many times we done did that in practice and how many times we done repped it and blocked field goals in practice. So that's just everything we do in the dark coming to the light.
How much, if at all, does this game represent that second consistent Sun Belt game you guys were looking for after Appalachian State? Obviously, you were happy to win last week, but you wanted another dominating performance. So does this, meet the resume of what you guys were looking for? What does that feel like?
I feel like it doesn't fill up our resume, because I feel like we can improve in a lot of areas. Even though we pitched a shutout today, I feel like we can still improve. And I still feel like everybody got a long way to go. Even though we pitched a shutout, I feel like we still got room to improve.
Coach Napier.
Having said that, then, what does that say about this team that even though after a game like this, you guys still want to be even better? What does that say about this football team?
We just hungry, and we push each other every day in practice. Like, I wish you could see the practice in there. We at each other's neck every day, pushing each other to get better.
And speaking of practicing against guys, obviously you practice against Levi all the time. To see him break the record on a stage like today for homecoming in front of one of the largest crowds in school history, just from your perspective, what was that like?
It was wonderful. Honestly, I'm one of Levi's biggest fans. Every time on the sideline, I'm trying to tell Coach who we got in, so I could hurry up and watch the offense play. Talking about, man, it's just a blessing to have a guy like that in your program. He kind of like the big brother to everybody. Kind of like he get his arm around everybody, and he the leader. He one of our leaders, so we just stick behind him, and it's wonderful to see him get that big accomplishment.
And then also, TJ Wisham is a guy that plays a little bit of everywhere right. And I know when he scored that touchdown, you could see the joy in the teammates with him in the end zone. For you, seeing him on the day that he's king scoring, just what was that like?
Oh, that was wonderful, man. TJ came a long way. I remember when I first got my first team meeting is the day that he got his scholarship. And I remember that day, and TJ is just a wonderful dude, and I'm glad he's my teammate. I'm glad I get to watch him ball out every day.
I know it's fun to when y'all beat App, but just to be on a football field, was today about the most fun yet? It was just like a big party kind of thing.
Yeah, it was wonderful, man, to get the score up that high and to see cats who really don't get in, like the Young Bucks, who don't, like Terrence Williams and Nigel, number 93, everybody, all them boys just getting in. It's fun to see people get in that you practice against every day and be with every day. Finally see them get that chance. It's just wonderful, man.
How much can this game really help you guys going forward to deal with other quarterbacks that are mobile that, have that toughness to go up the middle and then as well as going outside?
It could help us a lot. They really tested our defense today, but I feel like we came back. But I feel like it's going to challenge us more along the road. People copy offense is a copycat game, so I feel like next week they're going to try to run that quarterback, and I feel like all we got to do is adjust and get better.
What changed from this team after the first quarter? Obviously, the first quarter was pretty uneventful. So what changed in terms of the emotions of the team after the second quarter started?
It's just the intensity. All it takes for us is like one person to make a big play and then everybody get riled up and get fired up. So all it takes is that one person, that one spark, and it started a fire.
And how do you feel like you guys' home field advantage has developed? Obviously, COVID and all that happened, and the student section's been good all season. So how do you think you guys' home field advantage just has continued to improve throughout the season?
Oh, today's homecoming. I mean, the home field advantage was huge, man. The 20,000, I think it was like 20,800 something people. Man, that was wonderful. I had never been in an environment like that before, and I love it, man. Cajun Nation.
We'll take one or two more for Taylor.
What else are you guys going to work on going forward in terms of, getting pressure on the quarterback? You said there's some things you want to fix. So what else are you guys going to work on collectively as a defensive front to get more pressure on the quarterback?
Just containing on pass and staying on our spokes on the quarterback and converting from play action to getting to the quarterback. That's the main thing, really.
We have one final question.
I think we're good.
Thanks,
man.
Taylor. Congrats.
Next, we'll have TJ up here, TJ Wisham, in a few seconds. Go ahead whenever you guys are ready.
I feel
Was
like
this
wearing
a
the crown.
surreal moment you've waited for your entire career to, be homecoming king and, have it all end like a Disney movie ending, kind of getting in the end zone?
Definitely didn't think of this initially when I started. Homecoming king wasn't really in the picture, but now that it's here and being homecoming king is definitely a great way to sum up the week. Couldn't go better.
Take us through the moment. Take us through the touchdown.
The O-line, that's mainly O-line. Johnny Lumpkin, number 88, that's like my brother. His locker is right next to mine, so we talk 24/7. We joke about it all the time and say, man, you're going to be at my wedding. Like, that's the type of relationships we have. And we're getting close to the end zone. We just know we're a team regardless of who's in. We pride ourselves in getting in the end zone, in the red zone. And all the guys were like, we're getting you in. And then Johnny came on the field. He was probably the only starter on the field at that point. He said, man, when I heard your name running the ball, I told Coach Dez, get me in the game. Let's go. He getting in the end zone. So initially, the first one, when I got in the end zone and they called the play dead, Johnny was going crazy. And I said, all right, let's go. We're going to get in there again. And then to finally get in there, that was exciting. All the guys just congratulating me, man. And it's really just them. I hit the hole, but they make it happen.
TJ, obviously with you being homecoming king this week and getting all the support from the student body throughout the week, but to also see the support that your teammates gave you after your first career touchdown, just what was all of that like, and just kind of how surreal is this moment for you? It
was big because I'm a guy that my biggest role is being a leader and then being a special teams leader, full core guy. And your name might not be always in the paper. You do a lot of the work that's behind the scenes to set people up. And that was big for me. I don't mind being that guy because every team needs that guy, and I pride myself on being that tough guy for the team, full core. But it was just big for it to happen today on homecoming. It couldn't go better. And then a shutout by the defense, one in, I don't know what, almost 2 decades. It was a long time. So that's huge. Today just couldn't go any better.
And not only that, to have Levi Lewis, break the all-time record for passing touchdowns today. He's a guy that you've known for quite some time. Just take me through your emotions while watching that moment.
Hey, that's another guy that's going to be in my wedding. You talk about Levi. We talked about it a long time ago, how close me and Levi are. It's not just football with me and Levi. It's life. I know his mom. We know each other's families. Like, Levi is like my brother. So to see not only see today, but see all the work that he's put in over time, grabbing us after practice, after workouts, let's do this, let's do that. And just like Taylor said it well, he's like big brother. Levi's like big brother. He's our leader. And wherever he is, I'm going to stand right next to him. I'm going to go to war with him regardless of where we at. But that was just so exciting. That's just a product of what he's done, the type of person he is. And he spoke to the team when coach presented him the game ball, and that was special.
TJ, just kind of talking about your journey, being a former walk-on, getting a scholarship. When you crossed the goal line, was that kind of like a culmination? Did it all come full circle for you to say, like, look where I started and look where I am now?
It came full circle a long time ago. I'm a person that does a lot of reflection. And honestly, for me, I was just excited to just be able to play this year. Last year, October 27th, when I had my first surgery on my wrist. And then you look at a year and 4 days later, I scored a touchdown as homecoming king, and we shut out another team. So I do a lot of reflection, and I pay attention to a lot of dates because I know I'm destined for things, a lot of big things in my life. And I ask God to continue blessing me so I can bless other people. And I think just the way today happened, it allowed me to show people like what God's love, what he does for you when you just stick to him. So it came full circle a long time ago, but this was definitely an exclamation point.
TJ, looked like you couldn't get that sash off fast enough when you were running back. What was it like when you got in the room? Were they razzing you, or did you just kind of slip in quietly, or what?
Oh, no, it was already playing. Everybody knew what was going on. So it was, all right, I guess it's what you need to know. Make sure you get you some hydration, get you a snack, and we're going to be good to go.
So to piggyback off of that, what was the process like then? Because obviously, like you said, you ran back to the locker room. So from being presented to going in the locker room, what was the process?
Mainly just flipping a switch. I'm a guy that I have pretty decent bearing. I could flip a switch, kind of turn the football player off just a little bit, turn it down just a little bit to walk the stage with Brianna, smile, get presented as king, get crowned, walk off the field, and then it's all right, let's go. Got to get back into it. So mainly just flipping the switch mentally. It's not hard for me to do. I'm a guy that knows what I need to do, and I can get to that point really easy, really fast. But flipping the switch and then just making sure I get the information that I need to know for the second half.
Take a cart up the tunnel to save a couple minutes, or did you run up there?
Oh yeah, we had a cart. So shout out to our operations, Troy Wingirter. You can't go wrong with that.
The king gets whatever he wants, huh?
I wouldn't say that, but it was nice. But we don't walk up the tunnel, so we ran it. So I was gonna get up there fast regardless.
Thanks, TJ.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys, that's it for tonight. Levi had a prior obligation. We'll get to him this upcoming week as soon as we can. Thank you.
April Fools.